This year's business leaders are really outstanding examples of the partnerships between energy efficiency programs and businesses. These businesses really are making extraordinary investments, not only in the near term, but really in the long term. For example, we've got the Rhode Island Department of Transportation working with the state, with National Grid, to do a pilot to show what's possible with high-efficiency luminaires in street lighting, and they're demonstrating it to the public, and then they're going to roll it out across the state based on feedback. So it's an integrated process, it's an ongoing process, it's a leadership process.
The project that we're working on here at the Rhode Island DOT, in conjunction with the OER, Office of Energy Resources, is a project that incorporates highway lighting with controls that's going to save energy for the state of Rhode Island.
And that is to retrofit existing high-pressure sodium 400 to 450 watt light fixtures with the LED light fixtures.
We are looking at a minimum of 62% reduction in energy cost. Money-wise, that translates roughly $1 million savings a year.
This lighting retrofit was financed by National Grid, the Office of Energy Resources, and the Department of Transportation. The total cost of retrofitting all highway lights is about $7 million.
The Department of Transportation recognizes that energy is one of those costs that if they can reduce those costs, their taxpayer funding can go further. They could have better lighting, better control of the lighting, and reduce maintenance costs.
Our goal is to cut our electricity bill from $3 million a year to roughly in half.
LED's been out for a while. Not till recently did they start making fixtures that are good enough to replace the old-fashioned HPS.
What we've noticed as a byproduct of these LED retrofit is that our pavement markings seem to appear more bright and the colors seem to be more sharp and crisp.
We have had our maintenance building in Warwick fully retrofitted with LED, and we have seen a significant cost savings in electricity, as well as the quality of light within the building. They always service our vehicles, and we also retrofitted the outside of the building with LEDs.
It's a win-win situation. When you can decrease energy cost, when you can save money, and at the same time you can use this money to develop and create jobs, this is beneficial for everyone.
We have created in New England a market around energy efficiency because we understand the value of it. The customers do, our stakeholders and regulators do, because they know energy efficiency is the cheapest, fastest way to save energy, to reduce the need on our generation resources, and to address carbon. It's a wonderful opportunity for us to address locally, reduce unneeded energy use, address climate change, address our energy needs in a fashion that makes sense. It's the lowest cost resource and the one that allows us to use local economy to do it.
Aptar is a global company. The division that we are a part of is Home and Beauty. We have many products from perfume to hand lotion to hand sanitizer to sun spray.
In Stratford, we're an assembly operation.
This location is 170,000 square feet, and we have about 200 employees. We just added a 45,000 square foot warehouse addition. We looked specifically at sustainability and incorporated that into our building design, and it is pretty state-of-the-art.
United Illuminating has been a great partner throughout this whole process.
We're in at the very beginning. We can sit down, analyze the project, come up with incentives, see if the numbers work.
I get very excited at the fact that they've done seemingly all the right things to, making a plan, implementing the plan, and then reaping the benefits, but then looking forward and seeing what can be done.
We dealt with the compressed air first because it was our biggest user of energy. So from there, we've replaced 2/3 of our facility with LED lighting, interior and exterior.
One of the unique aspects of this building is we have 31 rooftop HVAC units. So the energy management system coordinates everything, and we can actually do demand response management if we need to.
The results of the energy management system have just been wonderful. It shows you actual reports of the energy you were using versus what you're using now.
If they had done those projects individually, they would have received about $100,000 in incentives But because they did them all together in a comprehensive project, we were able to give them an additional $104,000.
Both the energy management system and the LED lighting have had less than a one-year ROI.
For Aptar in general, energy efficiency and sustainability is very important. Part of it is, being good to the environment and trying to reduce our energy footprint. And obviously the other part of it is helping us reduce our manufacturing costs.
Companies like Aptar, who embrace an ethos of sustainability, are really helping to set the standard and pave the way for others. Moreover, they're showing businesses that you can do well and do good at the same time.
If we can implement the process properly, everybody's going to reap the benefits. If they're more productive, more competitive, now we can keep this manufacturer in our service territory, and Aptar is an excellent example of that.
If we're going to move towards a more integrated delivery system, then we have two choices. Either we tear down all the silos and structures we have and that we've built over centuries and all of the costs embedded therein, or we get really good at partnership and collaboration. The partnerships are going to be utilities working with service providers, working with distributed generation installers. There's tremendous complexity in helping people take advantage of energy efficiency. Everything about it is complicated. Consumers want simple. The utilities are going to be collaborating and creating all these partnerships behind the screen so that what comes forward is very simple to take advantage of.
The National Housing Trust is an umbrella organization. We have a focus on preservation of affordable housing, and we do that through public policy work, we do that through lending, we do that through real estate development, and we do it through sustainable and energy efficiency. And we are the only organization in the country that has all of those affordable housing disciplines under one roof.
As a member of the Better Buildings Challenge, it's a Department of Energy and HUD partnership to help building owners reduce their energy usage. We have committed to 20% energy and water reduction across our whole portfolio by 2020.
Some of the things the National Housing Trust is doing is going as deep as possible on the efficiency side, whether that's from incorporating gas technology, because gas is a less expensive utility than electricity, on the heat pumps or the hot water systems.
So if we can save on utility costs, we're saving the properties money, we're keeping the environment green, and we're able to keep rents affordable.
When we set up a new property, we go in and we do a training for the residents and we teach them how to use their unit. We show them how the thermostat works, how the dishwashers work, all types of components that maybe they're not used to dealing with. The idea is not just to show them how to use their unit, but actually how to teach them how to save by using the unit most efficiently.
They're revolutionary in the work they're doing in looking at the latest of technology from LED lighting to water conservation, but it doesn't stop there. It's not just about how the building is built, but involving future tenants in the process through integrated design, ensuring that their needs will be met not only through how the housing stock is built, but how it's operated and maintained going forward.
From the energy sustainability side of things, across their portfolio of properties, they've installed solar photovoltaic panels, which will really help reduce their operating expenses to defer the passing along of increased utility expenses to the residents every year. It's above and beyond. It really is.
It's a very unique model nationally. It's a model, though, that has been successful and other states are looking to emulate it as they're moving forward.
There's been a lot of excitement around NHT Renewable, and we believe that the other affordable housing owners across the country can do solar on top of their own properties, and that it makes sense financially. A lot of other organizations have been reaching out to us, and we're happy to help.
It's not only what we do here in the districts, it's how NHT can take best practices here and translate those and stress the importance of those and the relevance of those solutions throughout the Eastern Seaboard that really makes NHT a fabulous business partner.
Utilities are changing because the world is changing around them. Technology is enabling customers to be a dynamic part of the grid. No longer do they just receive electricity or gas, they're actually a dynamic part. Distributed generation like photovoltaic cells that add generation into the building, and now the building is part of the grid. It's dynamic, it's receiving and sending power with communication, and this is a game changer for what it means for utilities. In the Northeast region in the Mid-Atlantic, States have been getting ready, utilities have been getting ready for this through energy efficiency. Energy efficiency is when able the utility to develop a relationship with the customer. Now it's actually here's services to help you manage your costs and be productive, which we see in these business leader videos. It's helping those businesses to be productive.
Holderness School was founded in 1879 in this glorious location. We've continued in the Episcopal tradition. We still have chapel twice a week, and we're a boarding school that is now co-ed. We have 280 students, and we're grades 9 through 12. 10 years ago, our strategic plan, for the first time, infused environmental sustainability and awareness.
Energy consumption was a huge one for us. Probably for the last 10 years, it had been growing at a rate of almost 7% a year. So we knew we had to do something with that.
We meet normally several times a year with the facilities manager, and with that we go over some of the programs that we offer.
The big initiatives that are exciting for us are the biomass plant, where we go from burning number 4 oil and burn wood chips.
The school's made an investment that for the next probably 30 years will support them and give them heat and hot water in an efficient and sustainable way. Lighting efficiency upgrades are a big piece of what we've been trying to do with co-op. Over the summer, we worked in our auditorium in Hagerman. We went through the entire building and were able to put high efficiency lighting in there. We had a great project in Gallup Gymnasium where we replaced all our 400-watt metal halide lighting in the gym with T5 lighting, so it was brighter for sports and events, and at the same time saved 30% in terms of kilowatt hours.
Every year, just the electrical savings they've done, it's $50,000 annually. Once the biomass plant comes online, that's an additional $320,000.
The policies that we are working on at Holderness School are mission appropriate. That is, we want to be energy efficient and conserve energy first. The next step going beyond that to what can we do with renewable energy that makes sense for this climate, for this community. The students really are active in sustainability efforts. We have a job crew that is called our Green Support Crew, and they work in gardening, composting, reading meters. We try to have the students be the leaders of these projects and own them.
It's not just another construction project that happens to be on campus or another lighting retrofit project, but the students actually get to be involved and to understand what the process is, what the value is to that building, and how it's going to reduce energy consumption, reduce greenhouse gas emissions, and create a better environment not only for this generation but for the next.
We're trying to do things that allow us to enhance this setting that we're in and to leave it a better place than we arrived.
When students on a bus heading for who knows where point at a photovoltaic installation and say, "I know what that's about," then I know I've done my job.
Business leaders are really the catalyst to create energy and desire amongst our customers to invest in energy efficiency. Northeastern University has a passion around creating sustainable energy solutions. They're interested in it not only because it's the right thing to do, but because their students are demanding that this is the type of university environment they want to be in.
Northeastern University is a university in Boston. We have approximately 25,000 students full-time equivalent. We have approximately 75 buildings on campus in Boston.
What you find with universities is that they are responsible for a number of different buildings, building types, building uses, and it's challenging for their facilities people to manage that from an energy standpoint and recognize some of the savings opportunities that may exist.
I have 11 heating, ventilating, and air conditioning technicians for 7.5 million square feet.
We have a pretty extensive metering system on campus that we use to look at every single building, look at its energy utilization index, and sort of pinpoint which buildings need the most attention.
The Egan project is a research science center. Once they got into the building and looked at the different opportunities within the lab and lab controls, it was really a cascade effect.
We found some pretty good pumps that are able to very efficiently move the water around and also only deliver as much energy as we need by varying the speed of the pumps.
In lab buildings, one of the biggest challenges is reducing the airflow of the space while ensuring the safety of the researchers and the students who are in that space. And what Northeastern has managed to do is reduce that through a system of sensors and controls that are integrated into a building management system.
In my time here, we've done 2 full campus lighting retrofits. We need to do another campus relamping, and we're looking at LEDs, looking at our options to make sure that we make the best choice and most efficient choice for what's out there for technology.
23 years ago, our baseline energy use was slightly less than where we are today. And we've added 3.5 million square feet to our site.
If you look at the savings, if you sort of add it up year over year, we're into the tens of millions of kilowatt hours, which is a significant savings for the university, well in excess of $1 million.
What I really appreciate about what Northeastern does is the fact that they leave no stone unturned. We often preach to our customers what we call enterprise-wide savings. Northeastern hits all of those points.
Long term, we want to be very responsive to how we use energy, why we use energy, and we want to make sure that there's something left for those that come behind. We want to walk the walk, not only talk the talk.
This region is known as a leader for energy efficiency. It's also known as a leader in innovative businesses and entrepreneurship, in new technologies. There's so many ways this region is leading, and that same entrepreneurial spirit and partnership with utilities is what makes these business leaders' stories about energy efficiency so exceptional and interesting.
Ahold USA has focused on energy efficiency since 2002, when we opened our first low-energy superstore in Foxborough, Massachusetts. And since that time, we've tried to build all new stores as energy efficient as possible. And going forward, we will continue to evaluate our prototype design and make enhancements based off the latest and greatest technology.
Stop & Shop looked at a number of stores and looked at ways they can optimize their operations, make them run more efficiently.
With Royal Ahold's commitment to reducing our carbon footprint by 20% by 2015 has allowed us to make a really big push, not only on the energy efficiency side, but the other parts of our sustainability platforms.
PSEG Long Island worked with Stop & Shop to develop a comprehensive energy efficiency approach, which include variable speed drives, HVAC equipment, demand control, ventilation, as well as lighting and refrigeration.
We've done a tremendous amount of work with LED lighting over the last several years, as well as some improvements to our refrigeration and HVAC designs. We've done a large variable speed drive rollout across 35 locations as part of our push in Long Island.
Through lighting and through proper and precision control of their HVAC systems, they're able to create a more favorable environment for shoppers.
Ahold USA Stop & Shop is a clear example of effective partnership between industry and efficiency programs come together to make a really lasting and significant difference.
We have to be more and more competitive all the time. Let's take healthcare for an example. Across our region, we're hemorrhaging about the cost of healthcare and trying on all sorts of new systems. What has to happen, and what is so opportunistic about efficiency, is we can lower our operating costs in a way that drives down costs for everybody and allows those that come forward to gain a cost-competitive advantage against their competition. And that's exactly what happens at places like Central Vermont Medical Center.
We are part of the University of Vermont Health Network. On campus, we have the hospital, the nursing home, and 4 other medical office buildings.
The population in our primary and part of our secondary service area is 66,000 people. Healthcare organizations, hospitals are energy hogs. We consume a lot of energy.
We've been engaged with Central Vermont Medical Center since 2010, helping them kick off an energy audit and translating that into an energy master plan.
We boiled it down to about 10 items. They would have the best return on investment and also have the most impact on consumption.
We were able to create a comprehensive energy audit that showed us we could save up to $400,000 a year on energy. It would have taken $29 million of gross charges to bring that $400,000 to the bottom line.
The Templifier by far was the one that had the greatest impact on our work.
That Templifier has been in service for 2.5 years, and it's paid for itself.
One of the things that we discovered is that the whole hospital was running occupied 24/7. We created unoccupied programs for all the different boxes throughout all these departments. Once we instituted one air handler having this unoccupied mode, your electric bill for that air handler went down $600 a week.
One thing about a hospital or any medical facility is it doesn't have the luxury of ever losing power, having to power down, being able to take down systems for maintenance. They are 24/7. This is real life stuff that they're engaged in here to maintain high level of patient care.
We've been able to reduce the electricity consumption here by 19% and fuel oil bills by 29%. So across the board, BTU input of 26% reduction since when we started back in July of 2010.
This project has the opportunity to spread not only through Vermont, but perhaps even across the country of what you can do as a healthcare organization, and consequently, reducing the overall cost of healthcare for our patients.
The support given from the Efficiency Vermont staff really represents what this is all about. It's a true collaboration to save energy. Not only are they providing incentives, they're providing technical support, monitoring of some of the innovative systems, really helping them maximize what's being done here to save energy. And every dollar that's saved in energy can go back into patient care.
Central Vermont Medical Center sets themselves apart because they have the vision and the desire to see this through to the end.
This project, if you choose to do it, will make you very happy and will prove to the community and your patients and your board that you can be socially and environmentally responsible and save money as well. Best of both worlds.